Hi guys, Dragonarther here again. Today I'm super bloody psyched because Konami has given us some more news about the new Noble Knight cards coming out in the box set. Um, and this setup might look familiar to some of you. It's probably one of my more viewed and rated videos. This is because I'm going to do a bit of bragging here. Now, I didn't call any effects, but I did call something else. And I did call that there were some hints leaked in these cards, which I said a long time ago. Pay attention to how Konami gives us some information in cards as long as we pay attention. Because, there's stuff in there that they tell us before it even comes out. And I did predict something, and I'm really fucking happy about it. And I just read the new card that's coming out. It's called Last Chapter of the Noble Knights. So how is this familiar or similar to what I've predicted? What I predicted was the reading in these two cards and in Lancelot that there is something different about them. They don't search out Noble Arm equip spells. They don't search out Noble Knight monsters, except for the 9 effect on this to put a monster in your hand. What they do is, this one puts a Noble Knight card into the grave. This one shuffles 3 Noble Knight cards, or Noble Arm cards, into the deck, and then you draw one, and this searches for a Noble Knight card or a Noble Arms card. Now, how does this fare in? The new card that they just announced, the new spell, is the last chapter of the Noble Knights. Like I just said, it's a spell, not a monster, a spell. And how awesome it is! What it does is, I'm guessing it's going to be like Round Table's 6 effect, where you special summon Noble Knight card from hand, and then you can equip an equip spell. But this, I'm guessing, is a mandatory effect. Its effect is something along the lines of target 1 Noble Knight monster and 1 Noble Arms card in the grave. I'm guessing that's going to be mandatory from just reading it, and I'm sure other people agree. I'm guessing the effect is going to be special summon that target from the grave, and then, if you do, equip Noble Arms onto it. I'm guessing this is going to be the card that finally helps the deck get around shit cards. Sorry, not shit cards, cards that shit on it, like Bottomless Trap Hole, well, Lance helps, but Bottomless Trap Hole, Torrential Tribute, and just all these on-summon things. I'm guessing this card is finally going to fix up that big problem where you have 1 normal summon, and then if you don't get that off, well, you're kind of screwed. Now, how does my predictions fit in? Well, again, I said Noble Knight card to the grave. So imagine you've got your grave stacked well enough, you send 1 Noble Knight card to the grave, you send, whatever monster, or you got nothing left in your deck, send chapter. Last chapter. Okay, so where does Brothers come in? So you get Brothers back to your hand, you special summon him out in defense, he's going to sit out there pretty well at 2400 defense. Next turn you use his effect to send 3 Noble Knight card and or arm cards back to your deck. Okay, so I'm guessing at the moment, because of the summon restriction where you can only summon once per turn, that running 3 of Last Chapter is probably going to be too cloggy. I'm guessing it's going to be very well run at 2. So you use Brother's effect to return 2 of them back into the deck, and I don't know, some other Noble Arms card. Maybe you might want to put Gallatin back if you want to get a search off when you summon a High Laundsallyn. Maybe you want to put Destiny back. I don't know. Maybe you want to put some other Noble Knight back.Maybe you want to put Madrort or Bors back. Or Galahad. He's pretty good to put back in some conditions. Alright to top deck when you have a Gwen and Gawain and Grave. You put them back, you draw 1, there's a chance to draw back into the new card, Last Chapter. Okay, so you draw a new card, you got last chapter, you get your grave stacked, boom, last chapter into something else. It's not revealed yet whether you can go into the XYZ or the synchro with it, or if it has to be an effect monster or a normal monster. I'm guessing you probably might be able to go into the synchro with it, and that'd be pretty mad in itself. I can imagine bringing out High Laundsallyn from the grave. My opponent can't bottomless it because I put a Destiny on it, and then because of the effect of, and then if that's so, and then attack into them, and then draw another one and keep that for next turn, or get a round table or something. Anyway, this is just excellent news for us Noble Knight players. Another thing I want to talk about is I want to make a quick prediction on Merlin. By the way they said it, he is the searcher card now for the deck. There's another article. I'm going to put both articles down below. I don't know whether I'm guessing this or if I really want this to be the effect, but I want it to be something like Charge of the Light Brigade, where you send a couple of cards to your grave and you search one. Just imagine you get Merlin, you play Merlin, you go, okay, add a Noble Knight card to my hand, and then send a top 3, or, you know, if he acts an Angeli, but I doubt it. You know, add a Madrort to my hand, and then send the top 3 to the grave. Okay, so then I send another Madrort, a Caliburn, and, I don't know, a Forbidden Lance. And then, what if I have a last chapter in my hand? Play last chapter, get the Madrort back from the grave, you know, use his effect, go off. Could just do so many things if it was like a Charge of the Light Brigade. Even if you just had it at 1. That's just what I think would be really nice. Even if it was a solar recharge? I think it's solar recharge, I can't remember. You know, something like that would be absolutely excellent. And that's what I think they're probably going to give us. They're going to give us something that mills a couple of cards to the grave in order to get something. And that is what Noble Knights need the most right now. You know, there's always Curry Bandit, but which I'm considering of running now that I've heard this, but I kind of think he's still a bit too slow. The deck's much faster itself. I just think something like a solar recharge or Charge of the Light Brigade would just be absolutely the pinnacle of fixing up this deck and everything else that it needs. As for the last card, I myself looked at the card straight away, and I'd been thinking that this would be the last one because he's one of the most famous Noble Knights. I think it's going to be Bedwyr, and I think his effect would be something like when he's sent to the grave, you return a banished card, or when he's returned back to your deck, you return a banished card. I don't know, maybe something along those lines. Something that similar to what I predicted before. I'm guessing his artwork is going to be like the other side of the round table, if not Merlin's, where he's returning the sword. But if he's returning the sword, he's probably not going to be going to the round table to do so. But who knows? Konami's kind of changed around their lore a little bit with this. But yeah, I'm guessing he's most likely going to be the thing that brings back banished cards, which is again where Lady of the Lake comes in. She gets banished and she's kind of useless after that because she's banished. But if you could bring it back, oh, just imagine things you could do. I mean, I've already pointed out my last video where you could normal summon her, get out Artorigus, use Black Lancelot's effect, go on top of Artorigus, send Artorigus to the grave with his effect, then go into Goyo. But, you know, if you could just keep bringing her back and reducing levels, that's good enough as it is. The last thing I'd like to talk about is just one thing I spoke about a long time ago is how Secret Rare is a secret rare for a reason, and they're probably going to turn out being really good. This might be one of the best cards in the deck, just because it can search out Last Chapter. You know, Brothers also can return Last Chapter. I'm going to keep him at 2, I'm guessing. I'm going to keep Lady of the Lake at 2, I'm guessing, because of what I've been seeing, what it can do. There was something else I was going to talk about. I can't think of it right now. God damn it. Oh, this is just a quick, you know, I heard about this, so I thought I'd say something. Damn it, why can't I think of what I was going to say? Oh. Damn it. I should have written this down somewhere. But yeah, it's, you know, the cards have the rarities for a reason. They've also said that some of the cards won't be put back in the deck. Now, as much as I'm going to say, oh, Madrawt, they're going to put Madrawt in there. No one's going to buy it without the Madrawt. Probably something more like Brothers won't be in it, or Dristan. Something along those lines. Maybe Galahad and Gawain. You know, there's enough Gawains and Galahads around. But I'm expecting more likely to be Brothers not going to be in it, which is good for the price of Brothers and the fact that they've recently released a set, but they'd have to tell everyone now that he's not in it. But that's just me jabbering on. Sorry, I was trying to like think of ways to get around back to what I was trying to think of saying before, but obviously it's not going to come to me. I'm sure after this video it's going to come back and I'm going, ah. But yeah, I'm super psyched about these new cards. Tell me what you guys think about it. I'm so happy that my predictions were on the right track. I didn't predict the effects, but I did predict that there'll probably be, like, you know, a non-monster that gets sent to the grave and you can return it back and do searching and stuff and blah 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 blah. But yeah, don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and if you like my predictions and what I seem to think about the cards, things I relatively got this correct. A proud moment, sorry, pride. You know, favorite the video if they have that. Oh, yeah, you get favorites, it's alright. Yeah, and subscribe if you want to hear more from me, and if you think that I know something about the cards, and I'll keep you guys posted. I'm still gonna make Burning Abyss when it comes out because that looks super bloody sweet. And I think that they're going to be rares by the look of the cards. I checked on the Wikipedia. Dante looks like he's going to be secret rare. They haven't announced this yet at this point in time. And Scum and all them look like they're rares. But we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, it looks awesome. Dragon Aether out.